I used to use the Google Podcast Player when I had an Android phone, but iTunes is far way better.
I
now that we
use
have Apple.
Podcast Addict, and I've been using it's like Pandora. I've been using Podcast Addict for my podcasts for a really long time. I do have Apple podcasts now, but I've been able to get everything on Podcast Addict. There hasn't been a podcast that I couldn't find on there, and I really liked
Rogan
it. But this is I mean, I've had an iPhone for a little about a year now.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I had an Android up until that point, and so yeah, I like listening to podcasts. I listen to music. I listen to podcasts, and I track my macros and my body weight. I have an app called Healthy that I use with my nutrition coach. But it feels kind of redundant, so I'm not as good about putting my information in there because I already put it in my FitnessPal.
Oh yeah.
But I have to do a check-in every week anyway, so I just give them all the information. But
that's good.
Those would be my most used apps. So Signal, Instagram, MyFitnessPal, Maya.
I use obviously the social media ones for the vast majority is podcast stuff, and then I have an app. I use Cam Scanner. So Cam Scanner is I've used that one. Actually, I switched because it turned out that one they found had a lot of like backdoor vulnerabilities. So it's a great document. So there's a different one I use now on my iPhone. But like, so scanning apps are phenomenal because it works out great when you have to send like wholesale, like large documents, and you need to be able to get it in a better format where you're not just taking a picture of it. But it actually, and what'll happen is it'll crop it, it'll clean it up. You can change different settings on it too. Yeah, you can actually use it when you're sending legal documents. So it's a great app. So scanning app I like to use a lot. There's a couple of astronomy ones that one's called Star Walk, which is really cool, and like you can there's a lot of different overlays you can adjust. So I'll use it with the kids sometimes, and you can find using the GPS, it'll pinpoint where you are, so you see what constellation. So it's like you hold the phone, but it's like actually looking at like a VR setup of the sky, right?
We did that in Tacoma.
Yep, yeah, it's really cool. So I like that one.
So when we can see Venus. That was the time we could see Venus.
Yep. Yeah. So that's a good one. News-wise, there's basically what I like to do is just get information from different sources and then just try to look up as much as possible in regards. I use
the Daily Wire.
Yeah,
I get a lot of Daily Wire news and I read those.
So Substack. So I got into that more recently.
What's that one?
So Substack is it's not. I don't know if they actually have an app. I just go to the website. It's a independent, basically kind of like I guess you would say a lot more of like what you would call like the dark web intellectuals, or that got labeled the dark web, like Brett Weinstein and now Rob Wolf. He just spun one up. So it's their place to be able to have, and there's a lot of features on it too as well, but a lot of ways to have create your own little kind of blogging, and what you can do is you can subscribe to it, and then you have interactive features like you do on social media, but you can have better, longer format conversations via chat, text on it as well.